Well, hello my beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your love reading for July 2020. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, let's get straight to your reading. Thank you so much for it. Ooh, straight away. Interesting energy we've had for the last couple of weeks. We are coming out of retrogrades, but the energy is still very tense, let's say. Thank you so much for it, guys. Woo. As you can see. And they want one more. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards as I feel that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. So everyone is different. Please fast forward during those moments because I don't like to waste anyone's time, but I will not rush the messages. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, what we have here is it is safe to love. Okay, I'm using Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels to gauge the energy of July for you. And it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so perhaps after a period of having that wonderful heart of yours bruised in the past by some other relationship, the universe is giving you that nudge to say it's okay to come out of your shell now and start looking for love again if you haven't got your eye on somebody already. I feel like there is a possibility that there is somebody that you have your eye on or who has piqued your interest, but we're going to go deeper and find out if that's what's happening here. What they're giving me here is it's like this Cupid figure here is pushing you on from the past, okay? As you can see, this little Cupid figure right there, I hope you can see it, is almost pushing this feminine character forward, okay, away from this masculine energy here. Now, male or female, this is not a gender specific reading, it's about the energies, okay? So what we're getting here is that Cupid is trying to maneuver you away from past situation in order to recognize that your beautiful heart will be safe in the future in terms of a love situation. They want you to move on there is what they're giving me. Now, we also have chemistry. Okay, and it says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So perhaps you've got your eye on somebody and you're wondering how they feel about you. The universe is acknowledging that there is chemistry going on here. There is something deeper going on that more than meets the eye. They just said there's more than meets the eye. Okay, so if you haven't met someone already who has piqued your interest, they're giving me that there's a ball there of light, and they're showing me healing. They're saying just when you've healed and recognize that it is safe to love, you're going to meet someone quite quickly, and there will be strong magnetic chemistry there as well. Okay, so this is quite it's present. If you haven't met someone already that you've kind of gone, oh, this person's quite interesting, then they're coming on in very soon. But it is to do with your healing process. They have given me there, but there will be very strong magnetic attraction is what they're saying. It says stay optimistic about your love life. So perhaps you've been feeling a little bit down there, Cancer, burying your head in the sand there. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Now, what they're giving me here is an energy of sort of in and out of faith. They're giving me an energy of one moment you're offering yourself up to the gods, as it were, saying, please bring me my soulmate. I'm ready. And then there is an element of, you know what, screw love. It did nothing but hurt me. I don't want nobody, whatever. Nobody's coming for me anyway. Okay, they're showing me a swing back and forward. Now, this is human behavior, so this is natural things, natural cycle to be in, but they're asking you to really have faith here, and I mean long-term faith. They want you to raise your vibrations and recognize that what you think about, you bring about. So any moment where you feel like you're not worthy for love, or love hurt you in the past and, you know, screw love, then that's what you're going to get. Okay, the more you have faith that love is coming towards you, and it is for sure, I can see it. we're going to go deeper and show you, but what they're giving me is if you have those high vibes and that faith, and also you know, this renewal of hope there, that you will start to see the shift. And they really want you to offer up, thank you, they're asking me to offer up gratitude to the universe for okay, what happened in the past was meant to help you learn lessons on a spiritual level to raise you and the other person up. So there's some karmic lessons to be learned there. And when it's divine timing, they are guiding you to the right path. Okay, so they're asking me to translate this message, which is offer up gratitude for the position you are in your path right now. Even though you don't feel it, there is an abundance coming your way in terms of love, but there needs to be this exchange. It's going super cold right now, so that is a message for somebody out there. Proceed with an attitude of gratitude is what they're giving me. Offer up that gratitude to the universe, and actually you'll see more to be grateful for, is what they just gave me. They want you really to be staying optimistic there. Now we have forgiving and learning. That is the path that was meant to happen, and this is the process that you may currently find yourself in. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So healing any ghosts from the past, things that did not work out for you, that you've had to let go of. It was painful, absolutely, and it made your heart very bruised. I just got a voice saying, actually it broke my heart. So yeah, there is a lot of pain that went on in the past there. And okay, they're also giving me a specific message for somebody in particular who has never found their counterpart, and loneliness is very prevalent in their lives, is what they're giving me. And they keep praying for a counterpart to come on in, and nothing seems to be happening, as it were. They are giving me, there has to be self-love in this situation. Now that's a hard thing to hear, but I'm only giving you the messages I'm being given. I cannot, I have to give you what I'm being given. So they're saying an element of self-love. Please do not doubt your wonderful self, that nothing is coming for you, because that is not the truth. They really want you to draw in using things like visualization, but ultimately they want you to have high vibrations in order to bring the love that is seeking you, because what you're seeking is seeking you, they're giving me, and you have to be on the same vibration as the person you're drawing in, otherwise it's a no match. Okay, so it has to match. You can't have two people who have low self-worth coming together, and then it becomes a very toxic cycle. So they are asking me attitude of gratitude. Okay, also, so that's for someone in particular. Okay, but coming back to the card for those who have been hurt in the past by other relationships, what they're giving me here is ghosts of the past may infiltrate your mind. We've just gone through Venus in retrograde, so that was a time of thinking back to last relationships, ex-partners, etc. You may have even had someone come through from the past trying to reconnect. That's all about planetary action. So they're asking you to forgive. Now, you don't need to forget what these people did to you, because some of these things are very hurtful, but what they're saying is lighten your karmic load by forgiving. You actually release yourself from the connection and raise your vibrations by forgiving and letting go of the energy. Okay, very hard to do, but it is definitely the way forward. And they're asking you to retreat to do that, actually. Perhaps sit in solitude for a while, because it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So if you're feeling sort of bombarded by the news, and then your feelings of what happened in the past, you know, there is a cycle here which is it perpetuates itself of low vibrations, and you can't help it. It's a human condition here. We absorb the news that we're given, we absorb it and process it, and it affects us, especially if you're an empath or very sensitive, especially you Cancerians. You're very sensitive and emotional. Okay, so they're asking you to retreat during this time, just to do a little bit of healing, a little bit of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is very hard. It really is. But it is the way to stay in high vibe and to have an attitude. They keep saying attitude for gratitude, attitude of gratitude, which is you draw more of that. Like attracts like. They just said like attracts like. Okay, so they want you to just take a little bit of time out. Now we're going to go deeper and find out who's coming for you and what's going on there. I'm using the White Witch Tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know with regards to their love situation, July 2020? Strength. Love yourself. I mean, that's the message for sure. And July being your birthday month, my beautiful Cancerians, there's nothing better than to pamper yourself and to, have those high vibes. Remember, what you're seeking is seeking you. It's just about vibrational match. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ooh. Hermit. Oh my gosh, they're literally saying the same message again. I love it when Spirit kind of literally confirms everything exactly the way it has just been told before. So we have the Strength card, we have the Hermit card, okay? So we both know what those mean, I hope. Strength is about self-love. It is about self-respect also, but ultimately it's about courage, okay? So Spirit is again reminding you, it is safe to love with your beautiful heart, Cancer. What happened in the past stays in the past. It's like they're saying what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. There is an element here which is in order to move forward, you have to cut ties with the painful past. Otherwise, it will keep you. They're showing me at the moment the sea, very rough sea, and they're showing me an anchor, okay? And the anchor is embedded deep in the seabed, and you are at the top of that, and you are continuously on this emotional kind of up and down of the tumultuous waves. And they're saying you need to cut that anchor, because once you cut that anchor, you ride the wave to a more calm situation in love and more deserving, okay? But if you anchor yourself to those feelings from the past, you will remain there until you do the release. They really want you to have that image. I'm not sure why. Perhaps the sea, well, obviously Cancer, the sea and the ocean is very important to you because it's very cleansing, very refreshing for your soul. They want you to have that idea in your head that of keeping yourself stuck by having yourself tied to the past. Now, a lot of you may be going through the healing process and be saying, I've done all the work, I've done it. Well, they're asking you to just take some time alone in order to process the final residue of healing. We've got here, your eyes are wide open, but also you're very magnetized to the universe at this moment in time. As you can see, those fingers, they are electrified. So you feel everything so deeply, Cancer, okay? That's why I'm saying cut off from the news, etc., because you are absorbing this energy. And if you're already feeling a little bit low because of what's going on in your life, in terms of love, it's magnified is what they're giving me. And like a couple of planets went retrograde. We're coming out of that in terms of love. Well, we're out of that from the 25th. So there is a lightening up to be had here. Now they're showing me these hands in particular over your heart. So you may have done the healing process and feel like you're ready, but they're showing me there's an element of you're still protecting your heart. Okay, there is a boundary. So if you're interested in somebody, there is this shying away energy, where you just push it a little bit over there and hope that they come to you. But if they don't, you know what? You just accept it, okay? You're hiding your wonderful self. Perhaps your relationship in the past chipped away at your ego, your identity even. That's an interesting word that they've given me, your identity. So you may have been dealing with someone who's very emotionally manipulative, or someone who didn't show any follow through, breadcrumbed you, and you started to doubt yourself. Is it something to do with me? What is it to do with me? Why does this happen? Why are they doing this? Spirit wants you to know it is nothing to do with you. It is projection that went onto you and made you question a lot of things and then led to you protecting your wonderful heart. Okay, they're also asking you to see through with more than just the eye. Okay, use your intuition at this time. Sorry, they're asking me to look at this card a little bit more closely, so I will do. Also, they just want to highlight as well Leo energy as well here. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, so they're giving me an energy here of if you have your eye on somebody, they're showing me two things. One is, you know, you've only got one eye on them. It's a very strange thing that they're giving me here, which is the hand is over one eye and one eye is open. It's like you're peeking out at them. Okay, because you've been hurt in the past and you don't want to fully let this person know that you are interested in them. And I mean, I understand that's human nature. I would be the same after heartbreak. In fact, you know, I'm human. I was the same. But what they're giving me here is you need to just show a little bit more. Someone is going to come towards you and you need to be able to look them in the eyes. So there is something about the eyes and not being able to look someone fully in the eyes. Perhaps that's something to do with you, Cancer, where, you know, if you really like someone, you can't fully look them in the eye for a long period of time because you feel it is exposing how you feel. You feel very exposed in your soul because it's not that you wear your heart on your sleeve, which I feel fully that most of the time you do, because you come in honesty and sensitivity and, you know, that wonderful emotion that you have. But what they're giving me here, because sometimes you also have a very great poker face and you can sort of retreat for a little while and think about things. But what they're giving me here is there is something about the eyes where you cannot fully look a person that you really like in the eyes for a long time. And yes, it's wonderful to have that kind of shy, coy moment, which humans, we do when it comes to body language. But they're showing me that this could be to your detriment because humans work on body language. And if there's something in particular that stops you from fully looking someone in the eye, that person, they take it as that you're not interested. Okay, there's something here that this is for somebody in particular because it's going cold again, but there is a message here where it is, again, it comes back to loving yourself, okay? When you are fully stood in your power and you recognize how beautiful you are, Cancer, how awesome you are, and that you have so much to bring to the table in terms of a relationship, in your emotions, your beautiful heart, your honesty, your care, I mean, all of that, your beauty, all of those things, then you're able to look someone fully in the eye and say, you know, you don't even have to say anything. Your eyes will say it all. But it's an acknowledgement that you are enough. You stand in your power. Your emotions are valid, and that you deserve to have feelings for whoever you want. Okay? So they're showing me something to do with the eyes, that perhaps when you clock eyes with this person, you look away really quick. You just can't do it. You can't face them. And this person is perhaps thinking you're not interested. Okay? There's something about that perhaps in your past. They want you to acknowledge that for July in particular. Now we do have the Hermit also. Sorry, they're showing me this again. That means I'm not finished. Thank you so much, Guardian Angel Spirit guys. I'm truly grateful. They're showing me this card again. They're saying I'm not finished with this. There's something about the face. It's going cold again. There's something about the face. It's like they're showing me it is a highlighted area on the card, but they're showing me something about the jaw or the face. There's something there. There is perhaps something that you are conscious of, and they're saying there's nothing to worry about. I'm not sure what that is, because they're just highlighting the lower jaw area. Perhaps you, you know, you have low self-esteem because of your lower jaw. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not really sure why they're highlighting it. They're only just going, there's no problem here. There's no problem. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm not sure what this, obviously, if it's a medical condition and you're worried, go and see about it. Absolutely. I'm not a doctor. So, but what they're giving me here is, no, they just said the word aesthetics. So they're guiding me that there's something that you look at when it comes to your jaw and you're not happy. There's something there. They're saying you are enough. Everything is fine there. Okay. Very interesting message there, but it's obviously for somebody in particular. So we also have Virgo energy here with the Hermit. And again, this is about going deep within, a quest for clarity, but also personal truth and spiritual illumination. So again, they're giving the same message. It's time to retreat. Love your beautiful self. Work out what it is that you want, Cancer, because the time is now. Okay. They just said my t-shirt again. Now or never. Yeah, now or never. Yeah, the time is now is what they're saying to me. But it's about being eagle-eyed. There's something about eyes in July for you, okay? You're either, if you're not interested in somebody already and have your eyes on them, excuse me, then you're going to clock eyes with somebody and it's going to be instant, okay? But they need you to be in a state of spiritual illumination in terms of you know what it is you want. You need to have taken the time to remove yourself and recognize that it's okay to be alone. You know, it's okay to be on your own. In fact, it's better when universe sees that you can love yourself fully, have your respect for yourself fully in all areas of life, but also acknowledge that by yourself you are wonderfully whole and that you're not looking for the other half, but that you are looking for your counterpart who is equally whole as you, and you come together in unity and make each other a better person. That's when spirit sends in your counterpart, is what they're giving me here. There is an energy of being a wise old sage coming through here. And what they're giving me is that you feel a bit weary, okay? When the Hermit card turns up, the person feels really weary, and it's this, again, this energy of weary in love. And being weary in love, when you go deep within for this personal quest, for truth of the situation, and releasing any blocks, then you actually come out lighter, okay, more youthful, energetic energy. That is the story of the Hermit card. If you look up the history of it, they come out rejuvenated, okay. So again, it is about it's about forgiving people who've done you wrong in the past. Very hard to do, okay, but it's a forgiving for yourself, to again, coming back, they're showing me the anchor image, to release yourself from the binds that are holding you to a tumultuous time, okay. Ooh, that's interesting, deep already. We're already in the deeps. Let's go deeper for you, my beautiful Cancer, and see who's coming for you, what's going on in terms of your love life, and what other messages they're here to give you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? July. Thank you so much. For those of you who are interested, I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot to gain the, oh, I love it, the foundational read. So we have the Star. So yeah, there's definitely healing to be done here, but ultimately the Star card, Major Arcana, this is big energy, okay? This is the faded energy that is to bring you towards your path of abundance in terms of love. And what we've got here is, yeah, Star is for healing, but also it is a renewal of hope. Inner clarity will bring miracles as long as you have faith, okay? When you have this card, you need to remain balanced, 1 foot in the water, 1 on the earth, keeping your emotions. They keep coming back to this idea of being, it is better to be buoyed than anchored. Does that mean something to somebody? It's better to be buoyed than anchored. I mean, I know what a buoy is, and it just like bobs up and down, you know, but an anchor is being weighed down. There is a difference, okay? That's what they're giving me. So yeah, you need to be, you need to lighten the load, as it were. This is also about you being in spotlight. I said here that you are very magnetized to the universe. Once you fully acknowledge that you are beautiful by yourself, and you're beautiful and whole, and you have so many wonderful character traits that will magnetize someone towards you, then you will be in the spotlight. Okay, so this is multiple meanings, this card, but ultimately the healing, there is a residue that is left, and they're showing me that the residue is to forgive. Okay, very, very hard. That's the hardest thing to do here. Okay, there's also, they asked me to look at it closely. They're giving me two things here. They're giving me the word olive. So either, interesting feeling there as I said olive. Now, I was thinking when they said olive, first of all, I thought of oil, and oil is about strengthening and conditioning. When you put oil on the skin, especially athletes and that, you put the oil on your skin to strengthen and keep yourself, wonderfully supple and, in good body condition. But actually they said olive soap. So perhaps somebody has just used olive soap or just bought it, or that's the soap you use. Olive soap, they're showing me something that's very light green. So olive soap. Also, if olive means something to you in particular, then there is a message here for you in particular. But also they're giving me stork, as in the bird. Okay, so perhaps someone here is pregnant, because the stork, traditionally carries the baby and leads it under the bush. But this is stork. Now that could be anything. It could be a brand name for something, stork, S-T-O-R-K, not stalk, as in someone stalking you, or a stalk on a tree. A stork, the bird, is what they're giving me. Now that may be, when I look at it, this stork kind of looks like a pelican, but I think they're saying stork. So perhaps it, as I said, is a brand name or means something to somebody out there. May even be a tattoo or a drawing that you have. Yeah, so there's something there. Ultimately, it is about loving yourself again and having faith. Again, they're giving me the same message. Okay, because once, look at that. Once again, this is two cards back to back of you being in the spotlight, being raised up in terms of love, and all eyes on you. Again, it's about eyes, Cancer. Very important. Okay, so Six of Wands is about your passion of wands, but also this is a victory in love, recognition. Someone, if you've got your eye on somebody, then they've got their eye on you, and this is very important for you to acknowledge. Okay, because you got to give them a hint, Cancer. If they're looking at you kind of like, oh hey, and you just glance at them like, oh my gosh, they're looking at me, I'll look away, move, yeah, let's move out the door, and then you're gone. You have to give them a hint. They're not mind readers. Okay, this is the initial meeting, if there is somebody that you've got your eye on. Okay, but I feel for those of you who are currently looking, this is going to be a very, very successful time. July is very important. That's why they want to get you to a position of fully healing, so that they can bring in the successful news, which is, surprise, here's somebody who's really passionate about you. We're going to go deeper and find out, but they've just given me that somebody already that you are aware of in your sphere has put you on a pedestal. Okay, so again, this is sort of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, but someone is putting you on a pedestal. They're definitely eyeing you up. They have their eyes on you, and there is nobody who is close to you the way that they look at you. They've raised you so high up here. Okay, so again, as I said, two cards about you being in the spotlight. Victory is yours. If you want this person, Cancer, they're yours. Okay, so you are, in their eyes though, you are the prize. So just to put that out there, but you need to be mindful that it is safe for you to love and open your heart in this environment. Okay, Judgment in reverse. That's what I'm saying. There is an element of denial here. Okay, there is a fear of changing, fear of, if you open yourself up, you will lead yourself to feel weak. Okay, and this is due to an era of judgment in the past. So they really want you to go deep within to work out what it is that you want. Okay, this is a wake-up call, but in the reverse, you're not listening to the wake-up call. This is about your life's purpose, who you're meant to be with, what kind of characteristics they got, etc., etc. Clarity. In the reverse is cloudiness. Maybe you don't know what you want. That's why they want you to go deep within for that clarity. But ultimately, this is denial. Okay, so as I was saying, if someone is looking at you and then you look at them and you like them, you look at them and then you're like, oh my God, they're looking at me. And then there's this energy of look away. And then it's almost like a denial. Okay, you're denying your wonderful heart love because of the past. And you deserve it, Cancer. More than most, you deserve it because you're such a beautiful soul that is, you know, it's so refreshing to be in your energy, this pure love that you emanate. And, you know, who wouldn't want that? Cancer, you have everything to offer and more is what they're giving me. Don't deny yourself true love because of the past, okay? You need to cut that anchor and let yourself float right into the arms of this person who's coming for you. So, Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands is very lusty, free-spirited person, okay? Out of all my knights, I do not trust this knight. Now, that's because they go after what they truly desire on a passionate realm, and then once they've got that conquest, they're off to the next. Now, that may not have happened to you in the past, but this is the energy I'm getting, that you are... it's over, it's safe for you to love. So they're showing me the healing and what has to happen and why. Okay, so this is who you could have been dealing with in the past there with that that night energy, fly by night. They just said fly by night. So I'm really getting maybe someone's grandparent kind of energy, fly by night. You know, this person is a fly by night, and this person. You know, perhaps they made you feel like there was going to be a lot of growth here because of the passion. You were so intense, very lusty, and oh, okay. So they just said, look closely at the card. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. They just asked me to look closely, and they said yellow and black, and they showed me a wasp. Okay, so there's a sting here. Okay, I think wasp sting, I'm not sure, but they're showing me a wasp either way. Maybe it's a bumblebee that stings, I'm not sure which one it is, but they're actually showing me a wasp, not a bumblebee. Okay, so we're not thinking worker, we're thinking someone who's got a sting in the tail, and it's beware, it's like a caution. Okay, so this is what you're dealing with in the past is what they gave me, and perhaps why you're so guarded, but victory is yours. Stop denying yourself pure love because of what happened in the past. There's healing to be had here. And you're being raised up here. The universe has got your back, but they need you. Look, Seven of Pentacles. They need you to do the work and have patience. This is delayed success. This card is delayed success, but success nevertheless, they said. Just success nevertheless. So yes, it's been hard. This card is seriously hard work. And that's about the work that you've been doing internally. Letting go, cutting cords, doing all of those things in order to almost get yourself back to center. Because I feel like, Cancer, I never see you guys and girls as a crab ever. I know that's the sign for Cancerians, but I never really see you as... that personification, as it were, the crab. What they're showing me is a little crab in a wave, and it's just being very all about the ocean today. So healing, very much healing and nurturing. But this crab is being tumbled all over the place. Okay, is that what they're showing me? And this poor little crab doesn't know which way is up, and you've had a lot to work on, is what they're giving me here. That's why there has to be a bit of patience, because they don't want you to repeat the same mistakes and draw in the same person. Because if you're in a vibe of over-giving, so because the Strength card is on the board there, people who need the Strength card energy to show up, they normally have so much love to give, they over-give, they overextend themselves, and they leave themselves lacking, okay? Because the other people who you're giving to, they take, and they take, and they take. They're emotional vampires. They may not mean it, some of them mean it, but ultimately you are left like it's like you're drained. Okay, they just said the river runs dry. Very watery today. And so they're showing me that once you work on yourself and you have patience with yourself, you need to acknowledge that it's okay to just love yourself and be selfish. It is not a selfish act to think of yourself first. Okay, they want you to get to that position before you have the victory, as you can see here. There's still a little bit of work to be done, but please have patience. The universe is lining things up behind your back. It's about divine timing. Okay, High Priestess in reverse, another Virgo energy, and this is about blocked intuition, cloudiness. Okay, so it's underneath the Judgment, which is in the reverse, denying yourself true love because of an error made in the past. You're meant to learn. This is the learning card. High Priestess is learning about the mystery and trusting your intuition as the secrets are revealed. In the reverse, there is an energy of, I don't want to face that. Okay, so as I showing me that one hand over that eye again. You know, you want to see, but you don't want to see. Okay, so it is about that kind of like peeking out kind of energy. Now, they don't want you to be clouded. They want you to learn the lessons. They want you to trust in the mystery of the universe and not block your intuition because they're talking to you. Okay, so you may have felt blocked recently. That was probably because of planetary action that's going on at the moment, but also there is a protection here that's going on around your beautiful heart, and they're saying it's okay. You can come out to play now, lighten the load, and you know, you can be free to offer your beautiful heart because that has passed. Okay, that storm has passed. Please trust in your instincts and your intuition. They are speaking to you. So please take that silent time to listen. Okay, even if it's 10 minutes a day. I mean, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a very long time, but it's not a very long time when you're doing self-love and looking after yourself and checking in with your guides to see if you're on the right path or how you feel about things. You need to know. Yeah, you're being divinely guided. It's a transition that you're going through, and that's why you need those little moments alone. If you did 10 minutes a day, by the end of the week, so that's only 7 days, you would have enough checking in to be connected to your co-creator, and also to know where you want to go and what you want and what you truly deserve. Okay, take 10 minutes out, do that silence, then do something wonderful for yourself. You know, have that special chocolate that, you know, I don't really want to say this, but okay, I'm going to say it because this is what they said. Wear that beautiful underwear that's at the back of the drawer that you're saving for your next sexy encounter. Wear it today. The time is now, is what they're giving me. Okay, so that's obviously for somebody in particular. You got to feel good about yourself now. There's no point in waiting. What is waiting about? Okay, so they're saying it is now. You need to enjoy yourself now because there's no time like the present. But you're ultimately being guided out of this rough seas. Can you see the rough water there in the corner? You're being guided out by your guides, and you're being protected. There's the swords all around you. They're pointing down, so there's no threat here. It is a time for solitude and reflection as you're being guided out of that into calmer waters. Okay, a necessary transition is what they're saying. Okay, and when you get to the point where they're going to bring you, then we will see this new love come on in that is more deserving for you. Okay, oh, thank you so much. I love this. Yeah, but there has to be that suspension and there has to be that patience. Yes, you feel stuck. Hangman in reverse is a stuck energy, and it is about, when it's in the upright, it's about learning, you know, that wisdom that comes from suspending yourself to see a different perspective. But if you're not going to do that, the time will drag on, is what they're giving me. There will be a feeling of stuckness. Now, you were dealing with a very selfish person in the past, and you were a victim. You may have felt like a victim, because they just corrected me and said, you're not a victim, you felt like a victim. There is a difference. So very stern energy here, definitely grandparent kind of energy, which is you're not a victim. You may have felt like one at one point, but you're not that. So they're asking you to turn the situation around. Yes, you need the suspended energy in order to process a few more things before love comes on in. You need to let the illusion end there. We have the 7 of Cups. It's in reverse. This is illusion ending. I was just saying. This is the illusion ending. This is clarity. This is a restored sense of what you deserve, because there is an energy here where you feel like you're not deserving in some way. You wonder what it is that went wrong in the past that maybe you may have had a hand in, and they keep saying, no, there's nothing to do with you. This douche, whoever treated you like this, it was them projecting their energy. Okay, so the clarity, it's like you're finally seeing things clearly. Once you see the situation fully and in truth and in clarity, by going deep within, then love comes on in. Okay, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy is Libran energy. It's about balance. It's about harmony. It's about being self-sufficient. Again, they're clarifying the same message. You need to love yourself fully and be alone for a certain amount of time. Now, being alone does not mean lonely. There's a difference. Solitude is not a lonely word. It is a choice. Solitude is about taking your decision to extract yourself from a situation in order to acknowledge how you feel. And there's no guilt to be had when you do that, okay? So they just want you to recognize this self-sufficiency that goes on with this energy, and leading with total honesty, your head held high in the situation. And as you can see, the sword of BS will always be there. You will always have it up, Cancer, because you can spot a trickster a mile away, but your beautiful heart tends to ignore some red flags and say, oh, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Surely they're not like that. Even though your inner guides and your instinct is going, whoa, lady, or whoa, guy, what are you doing? You can feel that something's not right, and you go, I know, but they seem so lovely in every other aspect. That's human nature. We push it to the side, but they're asking you to have that sort of BS just for comfort, that in case you encounter somebody, but let love come forward. The hand is there. Come forward, okay? As I said, there has to be balance in this situation. There we go. We have the Nine of Swords there. It's in the upright position, which is, you know, maintaining your boundaries, but persist at love, okay? The nine is, this may have kept you up at night, okay? You may have had anxiety with these thoughts about you'll never find love again like you did in the past. There is you may have even had nightmares about it, feeling very low. But there is a persistence no matter what, okay? There is a persistence here that needs to be recognized. You deserve love. You need to come out of that energy and let love in, is what they're giving me. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? I did a read for a Taurus, so perhaps you have a Taurus placement somewhere. There was a similar theme about letting love in and having your boundaries, having your boundaries high, because self-worth should be high. You know, don't let anyone on in. You're very special, Cancerians, but make sure your heart is open enough to receive, because there's love coming on in. They're just building a picture for me at the moment of where you've been and what you were dealing with, and then they'll show me who's coming on in for you. Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, my wrist just kicked out there. Occasionally it does that. For those of you who are new to my channel, I've really hurt my wrist. Sorry, one moment. I really hurt my wrist. It is healing, but sometimes it kicks on out and the cards just go everywhere. So I do know the difference between a jumper from the pack and one where my wrist just gives up on me. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Oh, they just asked me to clear the energy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What else do they need to know before we change to the next deck? Can you please guide them? Oh, there we go. New passion coming on in. Okay, so we've definitely got a change of energy here, which is something new coming on in. This is something, an urge to, oh, interesting. I've never had that with this card. This is an urge to create a new you, Cancer. I just got an urge to create it's almost like I'm feeling, you've got this spark of energy, this passion somewhere to either create in terms of a project or, reinvent yourself in some way. Ultimately, there is a new passion coming in towards you, and this is divinely guided. It's definitely about divine timing here, and it is a gift from the universe. And they're just giving you a little, it's like a little mojo boost, and this is coming on in. I just want to check the timeline. Okay, the end of the 3rd week into the 4th week of July, there's like a little boost. So perhaps you get news from this person that you may be interested in with regards to a little passionate exchange there. It's like a flurry of something, the seeds of something come in towards the end of July there. And that's because can you see the Queen of Swords? She's willing to allow love to come forward. Once the universe acknowledges that you're ready, they bring it in straight away, okay? They really do. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. You've asked for another. Can I please? Thank you so much. They're saying olive again. There's something to do with olive that's very important for one of you out there. There we go. The Lovers. So this time it's real, baby. This time it's real. Okay? So that's what they're trying to guide you towards. There has to be a taking some time out to acknowledge how beautiful you are standing alone. And then they bring on in, it's like, send in the counterpart. Cancer's ready now. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, this is divinely guided. It is Gemini energy. So it's about partnership, deep love, and the choice. Oh, so important, this message. Cancer, what they've given me is, because they keep talking about solitude is a choice, and being partnered up with somebody is also a choice. Recognize your power in your choice, Cancer. That's what they're giving me here. It is a decision for you to partner with somebody. And I know that's an obvious thing to say, but you need to recognize your strength in the situation, your courage in the situation. It's two people coming together to want to walk this lifetime together until we come home, as it were. And they're showing me that your counterpart is coming on in. It's divinely guided. You've been with each other in past lives. It is someone who is meant to be. All the rest were just, it's like, not tests. It's not the word they're giving me, not tests. They were, it's like little stop-offs, little pit stops, that's the word, pit stops, little pit stops along the way to get to your destination. That's what they've given me here. So perhaps cars or something's very important for you, because a pit stop is kind of very sort of car related there. Pit stop in order to get to your destination. This relationship will be in balance, okay, and harmony, but that cannot be the case unless you are first and raise your vibration to match your counterpart. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands here. Is you feel like you want to protect yourself against any sort of competition or rivalry with this person, and protecting your wonderful heart because of conflict in the past. They do want you to have an element of, you know, don't go blindly in. They want you to trust your intuition. They're actually trying to get me to guide you towards taking time out to check in with your intuition, because normally you're very intuitive and very sensitive. But there is something that's blocking you slightly for July, and they just want you to open up a little bit more. But they're saying, you know, they understand why you're guarded. But if you're guarded, look what's happening. You're blocking this connection. Okay, they just want you to be mindful. They have ended it there on this deck, and they want me to go to the Fountain Tarot by Jonathan Sues. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify this reading with regards to my Cancerians for July 2020? Can you please guide them to what is meant for them in terms of love for July 2020? Thank you so much. Oops. Judgment, don't be in denial. Again, the same message. So they're basically clarifying for you this headspace. You know, don't deny yourself love because of an error of judgment in the past. Don't fear change. You are not weak, Cancer. There is nothing about loving somebody and it not going right that makes you weak. It makes you learn. Okay, in the upright position, this is about, you know, deciding, making final decisions and having a wake-up call about your life purpose. You know, denying yourself the ability to move on and have true love. It will keep you stuck, is what they're giving me. Make a decision. 2 of Coins. This is, you know, it's like weighing up many options here. Should I trust this person? Should I not trust this person? What happened in the past? Yeah, it should stay in the past, but you know, I got so burnt last time, I can't have that happen again. You know, there is an energy of flipping back and forward. And they just said there's infinite possibilities for you to find this person. Okay, so this person's always meant to be in your life no matter what happens. So if you didn't connect to them last week, for example, you were always meant to connect with them like next week, or well, they're giving me the end of the 3rd week of July into the 4th. Ooh, it went super hot. So I really feel this hot connection is what they're giving me here as a guide to know that I'm kind of there on the Queen of Swords again. Queen of Swords is, there's a protection about this Queen of Swords. Again, it is Libran energy, being self-sufficient first, okay? Leading with total honesty. You may have been eyeing up this person for some time. If you've already think you know someone that you're interested in, you may be like curious about them and been watching from behind the scenes, because this queen is, she's behind the glass, okay? And she's watching through the glass, the frosted glass. But what we're getting is, as you can see, this sword is a little bit lower. So they're giving me the progression, okay? The sword this time is not fully up. You've lowered it a little bit towards the end of July in order to let the person have their say, come on in towards you. Now I feel this person is coming towards you, Cancer, rather than you going to them. But Spirit is asking you to meet them halfway. You can see this figure, hopefully you can see behind the glass, she's really smiling. Normally, the queen is, you know, has a bit of a poker face, especially when it comes to the swords, because this is to do with intellect and communication and being more analytical than emotional. So you're thinking with your head a little bit more than with your heart, because your beautiful heart got burnt in the past. So there is an element there of just being a little bit cautious, but also equally smiling with glee, because finally you can, it's almost like the sword is at full mast, and then towards the end of July, finally you feel a bit excited that you can put the sword at half mast, because you're starting to come out of your shell just a little bit, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? Woo! Oh, yeah. There we go. So we've got the 8 of Cups here. It's in reverse. Fully learning from the past. There may even be a return from somebody from your past, because this is someone returns home. Now this could be you returning home after a period of your solitude period, or you know, this isolation, this lockdown that was happening around the world. But ultimately you're learning lessons from the past and still walking away from the situations that did not serve you, but there is knowledge that comes with it that allows you to stop being in denial that you deserve love, and that it is safe for you to love. That is the main message they keep giving me here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Can you please... Oh, do you want these as well? No. Okay. I just want to get some clarity on who's coming in for you. Well, whoever's coming in, they've got serious stuff going on in their mind here. This is 4 of Wands. It's in the upright position. This is my marriage card. Okay, this is my minor arcana marriage card. And 4 of Wands is, again, a homecoming. So some sort of reunion with friends or family, a celebratory time. Now, there could be someone from your past returning. I'm going to get a clarification on that, because I want to know if we're getting someone that you may have dealt with in the past, and they're coming back around wanting another go, as it were. But it is a cause for celebration. So if this person has broken your heart in the past, I don't think it's that person, ultimately. 4 of Swords in reverse. 4 of Swords is, yeah, new direction. Okay, so you could be connecting to a friend, perhaps, from the past, and there is some sort of frisson. I love that word. I don't use that often, but they just gave me frisson. So there is chemistry. So it could be someone, a past friend who comes back into your sphere, either dropping by via email or text or something, or you bump into them in the street. There are no coincidences. So if you do something like that, this is divinely guided. So please recognize. So your 4 of Swords is, you know, this be ready to act. okay? Be ready to act with regards to this situation. I'm going to get they've asked me to go and get a clarifier with another deck. So we're just going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I just want to clarify this return card if we're dealing with someone romantic from the past. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? This is very heavy, this deck. And it's not normally, so there's very heavy feelings here. Thank you so much. Can you please clarify the Four of Wands? Thank you so much. No. Okay, so yeah. You know, you just couldn't write this, Cancer. You just couldn't write it. I'm just going to put that there for a second. Okay, so what we got is the Six of Cups. Yep, we got the reunion card. So I just wanted to know, this is from someone from your past wanting a reunion. They could have a water element there, Pisces, another Cancer, or Scorpio. But ultimately, they could also be a fire element, Aries, Leo, Sag. Ultimately, someone from your past. I always see this as an X card coming through. So they may be coming back around for another go, and they are dreaming of a future with you there. This is, they've been very nostalgic about the past in terms of, it's like they really feel like they could have settled down with you and had a family with you, but something got in the way. They're showing me inner childhood wounding there because this person is also thinking about the past when they were a child and how they could have been a bit of a loner and their best friend was their dog. That's what the physical representation I'm getting from the card. But what they're giving me from the card is that this person had some sort of dysfunctional family and they couldn't, for some reason, well, for that reason, they couldn't lay foundations down in relationships. But they're coming back around. They got you on your mind there. We have the Eight of Swords. Now this person, Eight of Swords energy is, it was self-imposed. They sabotaged themselves. Okay, this person sabotaged themselves all over the place, not just in relationships, but in jobs, everything. They tend to be all up in their head. It's almost like they're a prisoner of their anxiety and their hostile thoughts. This person doesn't really love themselves that much. So again, they're coming back to the projection. They may have chipped away at your beautiful soul because they felt like they were not enough and you started to question whether you were enough. That's because they were projecting their feelings of self-worth and loathing on you and you absorbed that because you're very sensitive, okay? So this person, as you can see, look, that person looking in the mirror, how they really feel about themselves, they're all trapped, they're up in their head, they feel like they're being attacked, they're all anxious, okay? But they're coming for a return and they do, I mean, you, as I said, you couldn't write this. Spirit is really giving me a message here. The three cards all come out together. Ace of coins there. They want to give you a solid offer. They want to offer their cup of love, as it were, but it is an Ace of Pentacles, so it is a solid offer that has fresh, healthy roots, is what they're giving me here. So something that they want to make an investment with you for the future because, you know, we've got that family element there on the board. They've been digging deep. Those hands are dirty. They're in the mud. They've been having a bit of a dark night of the soul energy going on there. They've waded through their own shit. I'm sorry for the swearing. This is what they're giving me. They're wading through all their own mess and the darkness, and they've dug really deep. And they want to come back and give you something solid. They recognize that they had no follow through before, but now they feel like they have something solid to offer you, and they want to come in and do that. They do have marriage on their mind or a high level commitment on their mind there. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify who we're dealing with there in Spirit. Once again, I love it when they do that. They give you the exact message. So we know who's coming back. Okay, look who's back. Shady's back. But it does look like they've done the work and they want to offer you something solid. Now, we're just going to go on a little bit more and see what you're going to do with that. Ooh, you're all up in your mind, but it's something you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for them to come back. And Cancer, dig deep there, because there's going to be some of you that goes, hell no, I never want that douche ever back again. But is there a little bit of a nugget deep down that you think, it would be nice though? That's the question you have to ask yourself. This is my Two of Wands, which is about waiting for results. Perhaps you knew this person would go away and do the work if they felt like they were going to lose you. Ultimately, it is your choice. This card is a choice card. You have to wait and see if the results are what you would hope for. Ultimately, that is what they're giving me there. Where would you like this? They want this here. Okay, so we're going to go again. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they... The Tower, but it's in reverse. Tower here, Major Arcana. This was unwanted change. So perhaps you and this person split, and maybe it's an energy of you didn't want that. It was an unwanted change, and this person deep down really didn't want that change either. They feel really like they ruined the whole foundation of you both together, and it was a very sudden, because when we got the Tower, a very violent kind of split there. But they're giving me the dual energy to this, a two-way energy. It's going very hot around here at the moment. Over the Eight of Cups. So you may have walked away or had no choice but to walk away. Learning the lessons from that past, and they want to return because they feel like they don't want to lose you. You gave them enough breathing space by taking breathing space for yourself, and that solitude for yourself. You allowed them to come forward towards you. Now, the Tower card in reverse is about being fearful of this change and feeling it's more secure, you know, to distance yourself from the situation. Ultimately, the Tower ends up on the board in order to shake up stagnant energy. Okay, so do not be afraid of that Tower moment. It was meant to be. We have King of Cups. It's in the upright position. Cancer, this is someone who wants to be supportive, tolerant, and emphatic. They feel like they're in tune with you, but they were in low vibe when you were together before, and they have gone away and done a lot of work. There may have been some emotional manipulation and abuse from this person in the past. They have gone to work on it. Okay, this person may be they're all about their emotions. The kings, you know, sometimes the kings find it hard to express their emotions, and they protect themselves from the emotions. But this person has come back. As you can see, there's a bit of balance going on there. They've got that cup balancing on their knee. So they're a little bit more balanced this time after doing the work. And they want to offer you this cup of love. Yeah, they want to... Page of Wands in reverse. So, you know, they don't want to be player. They don't want to be a player energy. This is Sagittarian energy in the upright position. This is, you know, very creative, exciting, adventurous person who's very active. They get bored easily. And, you know, once they're in that sort of energy of, like they feel like they got you, then they don't want to go on to someone else per se, but, you know, they kind of move on. They get a bit bored. But in the reverse position here, this is someone who they were immature, but they want to give up that energy now. They want to, they don't want to be immature anymore. They kind of want to step up. So that's what we got here. They have asked me to go, you want that one? Again. Sun card. Ultimate happiness. That's the outcome from this situation. Now, we all have free will, Cancer. So if this person was absolutely unforgivable, they are asking you to forgive and let go. But if what they did was unforgettable, let's put it that way, that you cannot possibly move on from this situation and let them back in, then so be it. That is your free will. We all have free will. But we do have the Lovers on the board. It's soulmate energy. A new passionate time is coming on in here. We've seen that they clarified it's a return from the past. There is chemistry here, okay? But you needed to take yourself out to recognize your power before you join forces with this person. And you don't lose yourself. They just said, so you don't lose yourself in the connection. It's not about losing yourself. It's about coming together in unity and balance, and, you know, offering something very valid, each of you, to the connection. The Sun is the most joyous outcome in the pack, okay? Major Arcana number 19, and it is about, you know, a joyous, successful outcome, both on the material plane when you get together, but also an abundance in love, happiness, and emotional contentment, a freedom. But you must recognize this figure here is naked in this picture. It is a meeting of naked souls. You have to be honest with each other. And there's something with the eyes here, Cancer. They keep showing me this dimmed look. It's like a coy look in the eyes. Be ready to fully look this person in the eyes. That tells them two things. One, how you truly feel about them. Yes, communication is good also, but they're showing me your eyes are important for some reason. But also the secondary reason is so you can catch the bullshit early if they're coming with that. But it doesn't look like that. It looks like they want to come and give you a solid offer. They've done the work. Okay? They want me to leave it there, my beautiful Cancers. I mean, who saw that coming? That is a plot twist and a half. But that's what they're giving me here. So I hope that resonates in some way. I'm just going to give you an angel oracle card before we leave the connection. Thank you so much, spirit guides, guardian angels. I'm truly grateful for the messages. Can you please guide? Thank you. My beautiful Cancerians, have confidence. Hello. Exactly all of that. Woo. And we have acceptance. And they want one more. Thank you so much, spirit guides, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? You may have been drawing this person back towards you with law of attraction or something, but you needed to retreat. So the connection remains open. Thank you so much. Assertiveness. So what they want you to know is have confidence, my beautiful Cancerians. And it says here, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers in this situation, and we will buoy, oh my gosh, they use the word buoy, and we will buoy your courage and faith. Okay, oh, wow, I love it when they do that. But so they've used the word buoy. So again, they're giving me that image of, I'll hold that still so you can read it. So it's better to be a buoy than an anchor. Okay, so remember, there are things that need to be let go in that situation, and have confidence in your beautiful self. And if you can't quite find yourself having that confidence, please ask spirit and your guides. That's why you need to take that time out to connect. We have acceptance, and it says here, see yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. They want you to be in high vibe, okay, Cancer? And assertiveness. It says here, this situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Okay, very important, Cancer. Important messages there. Okay, we'll get a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, spirit guides, my angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know with regards to this situation? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, there's no clearer message than this. So number one, we have the engagement ring. Okay, so whoever this person is, they do have that on the mind. This is clarified by the Four of Wands there, and also the engagement ring. I close my eyes when I collect these trinkets. You don't know that, obviously. You're going to have to take my word for it. But I do, and yeah, so this person's coming on in with a solid offer. That's what's on their mind, okay? That's where it is leading in their head. If that's what you want, where would you like this? Where would you like this? They want on the Lover's card. So it's about partnership and you being soulmates. Also, interesting, they've given you the key. And the key has a symbol in the center that is, it's connected to three legs. It's like a Celtic and a Greek, apparently, symbol for forward motion, move forward, okay? So unlock any blocks that need to happen here in order to move forward from the past. Yeah, you need to just disconnect that anchor here. yeah, in order to move forward with this person, you need to release the past, unlock the past and let it go. Okay, where would you like this? Where would you like this? Okay, they want it on the Eight of Cups, about releasing, but moving forward with learning lessons, unlocking knowledge here. And they've given you the Seahorse, very unique creature. It partners for life, and it is a wonderfully peaceful creature of the deep, you know, obviously connects to water there, your water element. But the message they want me to give you with this is to partner for life. Okay, your counterpart. Seahorses, they find their partner to mate with for life. So they just want you to know that. And they want that over the Lovers card also, but also on the Sun card. They've asked it for the 2. Okay, so that is your messages for July, my beautiful Cancer. Wonderful outcome towards the end there for your birthday month, if that's what you're looking for. We all have free will. I hope this resonated with some of you out there. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonated with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, thank you so much for spending time with me. Love and light.